Us guys, Ryan with Average Joe Karate. So one thing we're going to talk about now in this lesson, first things you really do need to learn is how to tie your belt, or obi in Japanese. Now, one, you want to respect your belt. A few myths to be busted right away is that belts are pretty modern in martial arts, to be honest. Karate, all karate, but particularly Shotokan too, borrowed the belt system from judo. The founder of judo was a man named Shotokan Karate. He actually took the idea for belts from Japanese competitive swimming. When a swimmer would reach a certain level of proficiency, they would be awarded a black armband so they could stand out as someone who was more advanced or proficient in the sport. So then that was taken and then they created belts, originally just a black belt, then white, then other colors were added over time for people that were below black. There is no standardized system below black belt, so you'll see different belt colors. Typically in terms of rank, in karate, particularly Shotokan, you have the 10 kyu, which are underbelt ranks that you have to pass through before you get to dan, or black belt ranks, first being shodan, or first step. So to address that first, they did not come from people having white belts and letting them get dingy and nasty and never, washing them. Please, if your uniform or dogi or your belt gets nasty or dirty, please wash them, okay? This is also important in Japanese culture, so don't let anybody tell you that it's because they used to not wash the belts. They're very, very clean. It's important even within their traditional religion like Shinto. So now that that's out of the way, in terms of your belt, now you still want to show it respect. You've earned your belt, particularly if you do get to Dan level, but regardless of what level you're at, show respect to your belt and what you've earned. So don't come in like dragging along the floor or anything like that. Now it may drop to the floor, particularly if you're tying it, but just show all of your equipment and people around you respect. But you want to half your belt, so just kind of fold it in half. Now if you have a badge, if you start something, tying it on your left, and you'll see here in a second, it's actually going to end up on your right. Typically you want the badges to sort of match up. So if you got a badge on this side, which on my dogi I do have it on my left side, I kind of want my badge actually to kind of match up on the same side. So I'm going to start it on my right. All right. So you'll have your belt, put it just above your belly button. Now there is some philosophy behind the belt tying example I'm going to show you, okay? So we put it above our belly button, midways, and then just move it to the right, maybe 1 inch, half inch, okay? This symbolizes that karate can give us life, can be something that brings us joy, relieves mental stress, helps us become a better person physically and mentally, all right? It's kind of like our umbilical cord. So then we're going to take both ends around and cross them in the back. That represents that you always have to be prepared in life. There's people behind you and thousands of dangers every time you go outside your door that you do not know about, and you need to be prepared. You'll bring the two halves in front, cross the left over both, and bring it under. All right? Again, this symbolizes that you have people in front of you too, like obstacles or potential enemies, but let's say obstacles in front of you always need to be prepared for too. Don't run away from those. Face them head on because they're in front of you. Then take the right over left, under, and pull. And what it does, it makes almost like two ventricles. So it makes almost sort of a heart kind of pattern, because karate is all about respect and spirit, or heart. All right? And that's it. That is how to tie your obi.